just so lovely after a storm. I made you children a little liquid refreshment. Mr. O'Connor, do you know that song about lemonade? Lemonade, lemonade, made in the shade and stirred with the spade. Good enough for an old maid. Why, Lord, you look so serious.
We were having a serious conversation.
Good. Now you're better acquainted. You modern young people are so much more serious-minded than my generation. I was so gay as a girl.
Oh, you haven't changed one bit, Miss Wingfield.
Well, tonight I am rejuvenated. The gaiety of the occasion, Mr. O'Connor. I am baptizing myself.
Let me give a hand.
Well, there you go. I discovered I had some maraschino cherries, so I poured them in, juice and all.
Oh, you shouldn't have gone through all that trouble.
Trouble? Why, it was loads of fun. Didn't you hear me cutting up in the kitchen? I bet your ears were burning. I told Tom how outdone with him I was for keeping it to himself all these years. He should have brought you over much, much sooner. Well, now that you found your way, I want you to be a very frequent caller. Not just occasional, but all the time. We are going to have so many gay times together. I can see him coming. Just breathe that air, so fresh, and the moon is so pretty. Well, I'll skip out now. I know where my place is when young folks are having a serious conversation.
Oh, no, Miss Wingfield. I ought to be leaving.
Leaving? You're joking. It's only the shank of the evening.
Oh, well, you know how it is.
You mean you're a young working man and you have to keep working man's hours. I'll let you off early tonight, only on the occasion that next time you stay much later. What time is best for you working men? Is Saturday night the best night?
I got a few time clocks to punch in. One in the morning, and then at night.
You work nights too, my, but you are ambitious.
Oh, no. No, Miss Wingfield, not work. Betty,
who's Betty?
Just a girl. A girl I'm going steady with.
Oh. Is it a serious romance, Mr. O'Connor?
Oh, we're getting married the second Sunday in June.
Oh. Well, that's just lovely. Tom didn't mention that you were engaged.
Oh, well, the cat's not out of the bag at the warehouse. You know how they are. They start calling you Romeo and whatnot. I ought to be leaving. I guess this is what they call Southern hospitality.
It really wasn't anything at all.
Oh, I hope it doesn't seem like I'm rushing out. It's just I promised Betty I'll meet her at the Wabash Depot, and by the time I get my jalopy down there, her train will be in. And, you know how women are. They don't like to be waiting.
Yes, I know. The tyranny of women. Goodbye, Mr. O'Connor. I wish you luck and happiness and success. All three of them. And so does Laura. Don't you, Laura?
Yes.
Goodbye, Laura. I hope you remember all those lessons I taught you. And I'm sure going to treasure this souvenir you gave me. So long, Shakespeare! Not ladies.
Things have a way of turning out so badly. Well, a gentleman caller was engaged to be married. Tom!
Yes, Mother?
Come in here a minute. I want to tell you something awfully funny.
Oh, has the gentleman caller gotten away already?
He just made his departure. What a wonderful joke you played on us.
How do you mean?
You didn't mention that he was engaged to be married.
Jim, engaged? Wow, I'll be jiggered. I didn't know about that.
That's what he just informed us. That just seems awfully peculiar, son.
What's peculiar about it?
Well, didn't you say he was your best friend down at the warehouse?
He is, but how did I know about that?
Well, it seems mighty peculiar that you wouldn't know if your best friend was engaged
The
to be
warehouse
married.
is where I work, not where I know things about people.
You don't know things anywhere. You live in a dream. You manufacture illusions. Tom. Tom. Tom, where are you going?
I'm going to the movies.
Yes. Now that you've had us make such fools of ourselves, all the effort, the preparations, the expense, the rug, the new floor lamp, the clothes for Laura, all to entertain some other girl's fiance. So you go to the movies. Don't think about us, a mother deserted and a sister who's crippled and has no job. Don't let anything interfere with your selfish pleasures.
All right. I will. And the more you shout at me about my selfish pleasures, the quicker I'll go. And I won't go to the movies.
Oh, then! Go to the moon, you selfish dreamer!
I didn't go to the moon. I went much further. For time is the greatest distance between two places. Not long after that, I was fined for writing a poem on the lid of a shoebox. I left St. Louis. I descended the steps of this fire escape for a final time, and from then on followed in my father's footsteps, attempting to find in motion what was lost in space. I traveled around a great deal. The city swept about me like dead leaves, leaves that were brightly colored but torn from the branches. I would have stopped, but I was pursued by something. It always came upon me unawares, taking me altogether by surprise. Now perhaps it was a familiar bit of music. Perhaps it was a piece of transparent glass. Perhaps I walking along a street at night in some strange city before I have found companions. I walked past the lighted window of a shop where perfume is sold. The window is filled with pieces of colored glass, tiny transparent bottles in delicate colors, like bits of a shattered rainbow. Then all of a sudden my sister touches my shoulder. I turn around and I look into her eyes. Oh, Laura. Laura, I tried to leave you behind me, but I am more faithful than I intended to be. Reach for a cigarette. Across the street. I run into a movie or a bar. I buy a drink. I speak to the nearest stranger, anything that can blow your candles out. For nowadays, the world is lit by lightning. Blow out your candles, Laura. And so, goodbye.